This is the Mr. Chris Hip Hop Podcast, episode number 3. Let's go. Yo. Come on, let's go. Put your right leg to the side. Now jump. Put your left leg to the side. Now jump. Cross your arms, do it real tight. Now jump. Put your arms up real high. Now jump. Put your right leg to the side. Now jump. Put your left leg to the side. Now jump. Cross your arms, do it real tight. Now jump. Put your arms up real high. Come on, now just roll to the front. Roll to the front. Roll to the front. Roll to the front. Now roll. All right. Welcome to episode number 3. This is Mr. Chris Hip Hop. So many things to talk about this week. See how we're going to start off. Well, first, I want to say there's a couple things that I did before this class. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of class structure, talk a little bit about things that we use, what we did, music that we use, and everything. So welcome, Mr. Chris Hip Hop Podcast, episode number 3. You can reach me at on Twitter, at Mr. Chris Hip Hop. Facebook page is Mr. Chris Hip Hop Dance. You can also reach me. You can go to the website, www.mrchrishiphopdance.com. And also, I have another website where I post a lot of videos and tutorials, and that is Zondaflex.ning, www.zondaflex.ning.com. So let's get into this week. This is a Wednesday. This is Halloween week. I'm also going to do a special kids mixtape with some Halloween songs on there that you can use if you having a Halloween party or doing something like that. So I'll make sure I will post that on the website for you. I was checking out a YouTube channel. His name is Dietrich's, and I believe the show is called The Dominique Show, but he had a whole segment on there called Now Add a Dancer, and I put it on the Zondaflex Ning website because it was real cool. It was basically it had like dancers on there doing things like chores and cooking, and then he come in with a little voiceover like, now add a dancer, and then it'll show him like head spinning, cleaning the floor, or he putting something in the microwave, and him and Pac-Man is waving and popping. So the video was dope. Definitely need to go check it out for a little inspiration. But the reason I put it on there is because I wanted to show it to the kids. So before class, I showed them a clip of it because Dietrich's, on one of the moves he was doing, he did some ground threads. And some of you know, we talked about that last week's podcast, how that was the move of the week. And so just for them to see somebody doing it, and of course, his is going to be extra crazy because he's an experienced B-boy. But, it was when they saw that, it was like, oh, he's doing ground thread. And I know how to do that. Now, it'll be a simple ground thread for your 3 and 4 year olds, 5 through 8 year olds, and so on. But yet they still see it. So it's building their vocabulary. You're getting that hip hop knowledge in them, and it's going to become part of their dance. The other thing that we did, or the move of the day for this class this week, was the wave. So I wanted to make sure that I broke that down. So I'm, right before class, I was like, we're going to do the 12-part wave, the 8-part wave, roller coaster, everything I could think of to get waving in them, we're going to do it. Another thing I wanted them to do this week was I wanted to work on remembering choreography. I had one student come up to me and it's like, I just can't remember. We do dances and, what we did last week. I come back in this week, I can't remember it. So I was like, all we have to do is just keep working on, the more you do it, the more you know it. More you know it, more you do it. So I was like, this is going to be a focal point of today. And I'll tell you a little bit about that when I get into the class structure on how I did that. Motivational song that I used this week was called Scoreboard by Apollo's Hester. Had a YouTube video where it was a high school football player, and after the game he was just super excited, and of course his motivational speech got turned into a song, and I happen to love the song. Actually, my daughter loves the song too. For her bedtime story, she's like, "Dad, sing me Scoreboard." Like, what? Wait, what's going on? No. But anyway, so Scoreboard, I'm gonna play that for you at the end of the podcast. We did a little dance we had a little break. We talked about the Nene break last week. This one's called the whip dance. So it's basically like you're driving a car. Brought to you by those that made up and created the Nene dance. But I taught all the students in there. So you lean to the right. have your left hand up like you're holding the steering wheel, and it's like, Gwa, freestyle. Then you go to the other side. Gwa, freestyle, free. So that was a good time doing that. We did a little bit of the whip dance in there. I also introduced this week to them a game on there, and because this is Halloween costume week at the studio, and we told all the kids to wear any costumes. And I didn't have a lot that did, but someone brought in a mask, and so I was like, well, we have a mask here, let's do something with that. And so with that mask, we had a little game segment of the class where basically you go in the freestyle circle with the mask, and then you do whatever dance you're gonna do, and then you give it to somebody else, and they put the mask on, they go in there. So that was real fun. I actually had to get in there with them on that because it was real good. So yeah, it was great. And then I made sure to bring stickers. Now I was actually inspired by, there was another teacher, I had to get a sub this week. And you know, some of you teachers out there know that's a hard thing to do when it's time for sub time. And the kids are like, what? We got a sub. I don't want a sub. But Miss Sarah came in. She was one of the subs, and she was great. But she reminded me, you know, at the end of class, she got down on her knees and gave high fives. And she was like, Chris, I need the stickers. Where's the sticker? So we got that. And then I was like, man, you know, I definitely have to remember to bring those stickers. So I had my sticker game tight. I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I got boys stickers. I got stickers for girls. I got all sorts of things. So teachers out there, you know, remember and whip out those stickers, have them do a move for you. You know, like this one was a wave, and at the end of class, I was like, well, show me a wave. And they showed me a wave, and boom, get a sticker, popped on the forehead or on the hand, wherever you want to put it. So that was kind of my plan going into the class. Also for a little inspiration, motivation, checking out my new Dance Spirit magazine came in. Always happy when that comes in. And the article that stood out to me, there was an article called Fresh Faces, and it was talking about new choreographers, and there were all different styles of choreographers in there. But I have to say, I saw 3 hip-hop choreographers in there. So that is definitely a big shout out to the hip-hop dance movement. So check that out. I was just talking about their YouTube pages, their followings, and kind of what they do choreographically. So check that out. Dance Stage is a good resource. And of course, we had a freestyle beat for the week, and that was one of my songs, The Halloween Dance, which is on the holiday mixtape CD, Mr. Chris's holiday mixtape. So yeah, so that was kind of my plan that I had before class, and that was, you know, that was my goals that I was looking at. So let's look at this class breakdown real quick, and I'll take you through what we actually did. So started the class off with the Stretch song, which is from Hip Hop Dance Move CD, Mr. Chris's Hip Hop Dance Move. And that's the one that goes, put your hands up in the air, now touch your toes. So we did that, and I didn't even waste time. I mean, I jumped right in, started with the Stretch song, started stretching. Most of the kids know this song, so they was like, yep, we got you. Then the next 5 minutes of class, put on the instrumental from, now I have a new CD out, and it is Hip Hop Beats 2. I have a 1 and a 2. Put that on. We did some push-ups. There was like 20 push-ups, 40 sit-ups. Now, of course, for your younger ones, you know, like for my 3 and 4-year-olds, you know, we'll get down here and do 5. We'll be like 1, 2, you know, just kind of playing with it and do, you know, a couple sit-ups. But this one was, I think the ages was 9 to 12. In that, so they were able to handle that. Now these push-ups, sit-ups, I'm doing them because it's going to help them build up a little bit of arm strength, being able to do their groundwork, 6-step, CCs, also some of their freezes, holding their chair freeze, face freeze, and then anything you want to do, you know, like there was an advanced move that I talked about last week, which was the air freeze thread. That's a super advanced move, but you're going to need a little bit of arm strength to do that. So did that segment. The next 5 minutes, I went right into the jump song. That one is on my first CD, Zonda Dance Moves for Kids 101. and just went right into it. Put your right leg to the side, which is the theme song for the podcast, I have to say. First song I ever recorded. No, actually, the first song I ever recorded was the Wave song. But went into the jump song. Now, in that jump song, there's 3 technique moves in there that we're going to pay attention to in this class. That's the pancake, the snake, and the wave. So for that 5 minutes, and it's okay if, when you get to that portion of the song, when you do the pancake and they don't know it. Now, fortunately, most of my kids in this class, they knew it already, so they were ready to go. But if they don't know it, that's fine too, because they'll follow you. You know what I'm saying? You start going into, once you learn the choreography and you do it, doing the pancake, the snake, and the wave, they'll be right there with you. And so we did that. They got the energy up. They was hype. And I just get real silly on that. I'll do a little different things, put my right leg to the side, and I'll be shimmying my shoulders and, just keeping the energy up. So right there, that's your first 15 minutes of class. It's pretty much nonstop. I mean, they get in there, they're stretching, they're doing a little exercise, going right into it. Now, I started to break down the pancake. So I have a song on the Preschool 1 album called Pancake, and it's just that dance. Now, it is on the Preschool 1 album. Doesn't mean it's just for the preschoolers. Because if you don't know the pancake, it's good to go through this song. This song is a couple minutes long, but basically it goes, this is the pancake. Everybody doing the pancake. And while you're doing that, you put your right hand out, your left hand, flip one, and then you rock side to side, flipping the hands over, kind of like you're flipping pancakes. So we did the pancake song, and then I have another one. Now, to do the snake, I don't have a song that I use to teach the snake, but I do have on the Mr. Chris Hip Hop for Beginners CD, a song called The Body Roll. And so the body roll talks about, leaning your head back, stick your chest out, lean all the way back so your rib cage comes out, and then contract. And then I'll go, head, chest, rib cage, contract. And I'll do the same thing to the side, which is the snake wave. The head, bringing the chest out, rib cage, and then contracting your muscles. And then in the chorus, you just kind of, when it gets to the chorus, and it's like, let me show you how to do a body roll. Let me show you how to do a body roll. You can snake it from your head down to your toes. So when it gets to that part, I'll just go side to side. So I put that song on. They followed me just to kind of get a feel for the snake. Then for the next 5 minutes, I did a real quick, and I didn't even play the whole song, but I did the roller coaster, which is on the Preschool 1 album. And that's the one where it's not a full wave breaking down, dissecting the muscles or the parts of the wave, but it's taking just the arm and doing, it goes, left arm goes up the roller coaster, then it goes way down in your pocket. And I'll get real silly, kind of shimmy with that when it goes in my pocket. Right arm goes up the roller coaster, then it waves bye-bye on the way down. So that one is definitely for the preschoolers, but I did put it on for the older kids. I just played first part of it. And then I went into the 8-part wave, which is on Hip Hop Dance Moves album. 8-part wave is not breaking it down as small as the 12, but definitely a good wave drill song. And then I went into the 12-part wave, which is on same album that the jump song is on, Zonda 101. So, and that one is, we broke down the wave, the knuckles, the fists, the wrists, go around the room when they're doing that too. And I did have 2 of my older kids get in the front so I can kind of face them and make corrections on them. But, knuckles, fists, wrists, elbow, shoulder, then you go into the chest, then you go to the other shoulder, elbow, wrist, make a fist, bend your knuckles, and then make it flat. So while the song was going through that, I was going around correcting. So you might want to do that. While you're watching, have 2 people in front that the other students can watch. You go around, work, correct the hands, make sure the elbow's straight, and working on the wave. But they're getting the wave. So basically, we did the jump song with all these skills in it, and then we took the next 15 minutes of class going through them using the songs. So that was, that worked good. It was like, got my wave. They're always practicing it. Afterwards, I'll just kind of walk around. Before we do the freestyle circle, I'll just be randomly waving. And I'll tell them, let me see your wave. Let me see your wave. Show me a wave with 2 arms. That kind of thing. And then came the freestyle section. Now, this one was crazy because I talked a little bit at the beginning, but we used the mask. The song I used was the Halloween dance. And it was just, it was crazy. It was crazy to see that the moves that we're talking about is being put in there. So I seen them come out, seen them waving, seen them doing ground threads and stuff like that. So did that for the next 5 minutes. And then for the final portion of class, we did a battle. And in that battle, what I did was divided them up into 2 teams. I had 2 leaders. And they each had a team name. I let them pick the name. And then I gave them, they had to do 3 rounds of this battle choreography. And it didn't have to be long. It had to be maybe 2 to 4 counts of 8. But they only had 2 minutes to make it up. And so, I put on some instrumentals from either beats 1 or beats 2 and just let it roll real low so they can just have a rhythm that they're working with. And then, so I told them in your battle set or in your choreography that you battle, the other group with, I want to see waving in there, and then I want to see partnering. So I want you to connect somehow so they won't just randomly start freestyling, but they have to really think about connecting. And so that was great. So we ran through that, and in that battle, I mean, it was awesome. The energy was great. They loved it because they were being part of making up the choreography. I seen partnering tuts in there. They all dropped down, did a whole 8 count of ground threads. Pin drops, I seen freezes, and they also utilized some of the younger ones that was in their group. They kind of put them out, let them do 3 or 4 counts of freestyle, brought them back in. And now here's what else I was doing too. For some of my older kids, they had expressed that they want to start doing some choreography and teaching classes for the younger ones. So I was using this as a time for them to kind of work on them skills in case they ever want to teach. And so it was great. I mean, they were able to keep control of the crowd. I walked around to each crew, kind of made suggestions like, don't forget, the theme is kind of waving. So do like a wave where you pass it all the way down the line and then you bring it back. So things like that. So it was great. And then the last 5 minutes of class, which I'm going to play the song for you. It's I put on my Scoreboard song, give them a little motivation. We stretched to it. And then I brought everybody in to a circle, put their hands in. Said, you can say something like, I love hip hop is great, class was awesome, whatever. Just something to kind of bring everybody back together. And then you go ahead and give out your stickers. That was the end of class. I didn't show any parents this week because some of the things that they did in their crew battles, next week we're going to use those things to start using it to put together a little piece that they can do. So that is it for this week. That was class was great. They're getting ready for Halloween this Friday, and I know a lot of you are. So hopefully y'all have a great week, have a great Halloween. If you're having Halloween parties, make sure you get my mixtape, my holiday mixtape. I got Trick or Treats on there, Goblin Get Downs on there. It's a good one. I haven't used that one yet. Halloween Dance, of course. The choreography for Halloween Dance will be up on the website as well. So you can teach that. And I think that's it. It's a wrap, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to episode number 3. Holler at me. Let me know if this is, if you're enjoying the podcast. Shoot me an email, Chris at MrChrisHipHopDance.com. You can also reach out to me on Twitter at Mr. Chris Hip Hop, Instagram at Mr. Chris Hip Hop, Facebook page Mr. Chris Hip Hop Dance. Hit up the website www.mrchrishiphopdance.com and www.zondaflex.ning.com. And other than that, I will holler at you when I holler at you. And I'm out. Peace. Yo. Come on, let's go. Put your right leg to the side. Now jump. Put your left leg to the side. Now jump. Cross your arms, do it real tight. Now jump. Put your arms up real high. Now jump. Put your right leg to the side. Now jump. Put your left leg to the side. Now jump. Cross your arms, do it real tight. Now jump. Put your arms up real high.
You guys have one heck of a game tonight.
You're gonna battle. You're gonna fight. Win or lose, you're gonna be alright. Regardless of the scoreboard, you can do anything that you work for. Do it for us, do it for one another, do it for yourself, and do it for each other. Regardless of the scoreboard, regardless of the scoreboard. I'm not gonna lie, they had us the first half. We started slow, but we're always gonna finish fast. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough. If you fall down, just get up and your friends are there to help you. With all the hard work you put in, you might go out with this win. You're gonna battle, you're gonna fight. Win or lose, you're gonna be alright. Regardless of the scoreboard, you can do anything that you work for.